You can get a full 8 hours of sleep and still wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck. You blame your mattress, your diet, your stress levels, everything but the glowing rectangle you just used to turn off your alarm. By now, we all know the story about blue light messing with melatonin. That's the kindergarten version of the story. The truth about why your phone is destroying your sleep is far more intimate, and it has almost nothing to do with the color of the screen. The device in your hand is systematically dismantling the very architecture of your rest, long before your head ever hits the pillow. And the mechanism behind it is running your life, even when you're awake. The assault on your sleep begins hours before you decide to go to bed. It starts with the way you use your phone during the day. Think about what scrolling through a social media feed feels like. It's a cascade of unpredictable rewards. A funny video, an infuriating comment, a message from a friend, an advertisement. You never know what's coming next. This is what psychologists call a variable reward schedule. It's the same principle that makes slot machines in a casino so addictive. Your brain learns that the next pull of the lever, the next flick of your thumb, could provide a hit of dopamine, so it stays in a state of low-grade constant anticipation. It's training your brain to seek, to hunt. This isn't a state of relaxation. It's a state of arousal, a quiet hum of alertness that you carry with you throughout the day. You might feel mentally tired, but your nervous system is wired. It's been primed for alertness for 12 straight hours. Asking it to suddenly power down at 11 p.m. is like slamming the brakes on a freight train. The engine might stop, but the momentum carries forward, right into your sleep. And what that momentum does to the first few hours of your rest is where the real damage begins. That state of constant, low-grade alertness is fueled by more than just dopamine. Every notification, every email from your boss at 9 p.m., every piece of emotionally charged news delivers a tiny, almost imperceptible hit of cortisol. This is your body's primary stress hormone. Its job is to prepare you for a threat. Historically, that threat was a predator in the bushes. Your body would flood with cortisol, increasing your heart rate, sharpening your focus, and getting your muscles ready to run or fight. Your phone triggers the exact same ancient biological circuit. A single critical work email can elevate your heart rate and core body temperature for over an hour. Sleep, however, requires the opposite. To initiate deep rest, your body needs to feel safe. Your heart rate and temperature must fall. You're asking your body to simultaneously prepare for a threat and enter a state of total vulnerability. The two commands are mutually exclusive, so you lie in bed, your mind racing, feeling wired but tired. Your body is still passing the ghost of a threat from a screen you turned off 20 minutes ago. Even if you do manage to drift off, your nervous system remains on high alert. It enters sleep in a defensive crouch. This state of vigilance leaves an echo that fragments the entire night, preventing your brain from ever reaching the one stage of sleep that truly matters. This fragmentation is the core of the problem. Throughout the night, your brain is supposed to cycle through different stages of sleep, from light sleep to deep sleep and back again. The buzz from your phone-addled nervous system disrupts this cycle with dozens of micro-arousals. These are moments, lasting just a few seconds, where you're pulled from a deeper stage of sleep into a lighter one. You almost never remember them. You don't consciously wake up. But from your brain's perspective, the restorative process has been abruptly halted and reset. Imagine trying to download a large file, but your internet connection cuts out every 2 minutes. The download never finishes. You spend 8 hours downloading sleep, but the micro-arousals mean you wake up with a corrupted file. You've logged the hours in bed, but you've received almost none of the benefits. It's the difference between spending 8 hours in a library and spending 8 hours actually reading a book. One is just occupying space, the other is acquiring knowledge. These constant interruptions are particularly damaging to the most physically restorative phase of sleep. They are stealing the part of the night that your brain uses to clean and repair itself. The primary target of this attack is stage 3 sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep. This is the deepest, most physically restorative phase. During slow-wave sleep, your brain's glymphatic system kicks into high gear. This is your brain's dedicated cleaning crew. Cerebral fluid flushes through your brain tissue, clearing out metabolic waste products that accumulate during the day. One of these waste products is beta amyloid, the same protein that forms the plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. Slow-wave sleep is when your brain takes out the trash. It's also when your body does most of its physical repair, releasing growth hormone to mend tissues and strengthen your immune system. The constant microarousals caused by pre-sleep phone use act as a barrier. They repeatedly pull you out of this deep state, preventing the cleaning crew from ever finishing its job. You can get 7 or 8 hours of total sleep time, but if you're only getting a fraction of the necessary slow-wave sleep, you will wake up feeling physically unrested, mentally foggy, and emotionally volatile. The blue light from your screen might make it harder to fall asleep. The content on that screen prevents you from getting the very sleep that makes you feel human. This leads to a truly vicious cycle, where the consequence of sleep makes it even harder to escape the cause. Here is the trap. Slow-wave sleep has a direct measurable impact on your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain right behind your forehead. It's the CEO of your mind, responsible for things like impulse control, emotional regulation, and complex decision-making. When you are sleep-deprived, especially deep sleep-deprived, your prefrontal cortex function declines sharply. Your ability to resist temptation and make good long-term choices plummets. So you wake up tired and foggy from a night of fragmented sleep. Your brain, desperate for a quick hit of energy and stimulation, craves the easiest source of dopamine it knows. It craves your phone. Your willpower is at its lowest, and the lure of the digital slot machine is at its strongest. You reach for the very device that caused the fatigue in order to temporarily relieve the symptoms of that fatigue. This guarantees another night of low-quality sleep, which will further weaken your prefrontal cortex, making you even more likely to reach for your phone the next day. You are, quite literally, becoming too tired to make the decisions that would stop you from being tired. You're not weak or undisciplined. Your brain's hardware for self-control is being systematically taken offline, night after night. The conversation about phones and sleep focused on blue light for a simple reason. It offered a simple technological solution. Use a filter, turn on night mode, buy special glasses. This narrative was comforting because it placed the problem outside of us, in the hardware. The far more unsettling truth is that the problem is neurological and behavioral. It's about the state of quiet and safety your brain requires to begin the complex, vulnerable process of rebuilding itself each night. That state is the polar opposite of what the digital world is engineered to create. The solution is creating a buffer zone, a digital twilight. An hour before bed where the screens are off, the lights are low, and your brain is given a chance to power down. A runway for your mind to land safely in sleep. People who do this often find the first few nights are deeply uncomfortable. They feel bored, antsy, and restless. That feeling of withdrawal is the sound of your brain screaming for the stimulation it has come to expect as its baseline. Pushing through that discomfort is the price of admission to real rest. The phone isn't the cage. The cage is the deeply ingrained expectation of constant connection, of constant stimulation, an expectation that we now carry with us into the most important restorative process our bodies have. And that same mechanism of quiet erosion explains why our ability to focus for long periods feels like it's a muscle that has atrophied, which is a different kind of uncomfortable.